What's up everyone and welcome again to my channel. So Daddy Gaming here, and today we're going to talk about Diona. So basically you're gonna build her as a support. So on this video I'm going to show you what is the best artifacts, weapon, and team setups for Diona to be to be effective on the field. So to be effective on the field, you need as much HP percent as possible, because her E, which is her shield, depends on her HP. So meaning to say, if you have lots of HP, you have more damage absorption. Meanwhile, it depends also whether you're gonna use a Favonius War Bow or a Sacrificial Bow. So if you're gonna use a Favonius War Bow, or if that is the only bow available on your items, then you should go for a crit rate helmet, because you need as much crit rate as possible to achieve that windfall effect, which is the chance to generate a small amount of particles. So energy recharge, 6 energy for the character once you do a crit damage. So again, the Favonius War Bow has a higher energy recharge than the Sacrificial Bow, but it depends as well whether you like more of a burst type Diona or an E type Diona, because her E is the shield and the heal is the burst. So if you want more heals, or you're using her as your main healer, then you should go for the Favonius War Bow for more burst. But if you're using her as a shielder and you have a main healer, I would suggest, if you have a Sacrificial Bow, to put the Sacrificial Bow on her. So now let's talk about her skill. So for the substats of the artifacts, you should focus on the energy recharge, HP percent, and you can add some elemental mastery as well. So that will be the ideal for a support Diona. So I would not suggest to build her as a DPS, because her first skill is not that hard dealing damage. So this is the comparison between the Favonius and the Sacrificial Bow. You can see the energy recharge difference, but the Sacrificial Bow gives an edge on the base attack and the E part, which is the shield. So you can cast the shield 2 times in one instances. So this is her first skill. You can see she's not dealing too much damage. That's why she's very ideal for a support role, and just cast the shield, switch to main DPS, cast the burst, switch to main DPS. So that's basically her role. So this one is her shield. So you can see, if you're using a Sacrificial Bow, you can cast it and you can switch DPS, and if the shield is gone, you can cast it again. So it gives increased speed by 10% and the less stamina consumption by 10% as well. So let's talk about her burst, which is her heal. So this heal is actually better if you reach the max constellation, because I will talk about that later. So it gives a continuous damage as well, and the enemy inside has a decreased 10% attack for 15 seconds. So it should be inside, not outside. Okay, so that's it. So let's talk about the notable constellation. So this is the constellation 6. You can see that it will increase the incoming healing, plus it will increase also your elemental mastery, meaning to say you will increase also a damage dealing to you. Like if you're Diluc, your burst will deal more damage if you have more elemental mastery, plus if you have Sucrose as well. So basically this is her gameplay. So main gameplay is just use the burst, use the E, switch to main DPS. So that's it. So for the other builds, you can try a different builds for her. You can try a Nublis Oblige, or the Maiden Beloved, and the the new artifacts, which is the cryo damage bonus, and what else? So that's the 3 artifacts I think that you can try, or you can mix and match with the cryo damage bonus artifacts, and 2 Nublis Oblige for the burst damage. But that is more on a what you call this, that's more on offensive type Diona, because if you have the cryo damage, so you have lesser HP as well, and that will be an offensive Diona and a mixed support. So this is the Nublis Oblige, so it was ideal for a Favonius Warbow, or you can use a sacrificial bow as well. So for the main stats of this, it depends upon you again, so you can do a all HP percent, but if you have a Favonius Warbow, you should go for a crit rate on the circlet. So that is my take. So again, it's up to you. You can do cryo damage, HP percent, and crit rate. So for the substats, you want energy recharge, elemental mastery, HP, and HP percent. So that's a good thing for all the artifacts: HP percent, energy recharge, and elemental mastery. So this one is for the cryo damage bonus, so you can try cryo damage, HP, and crit rate. So this time it will gives her burst a more damage, and at the same time her E as well. You will deal more cryo damage, so it's for the offensive type Diona. So the other artifacts which I'm wearing right now is the Maiden Beloved. So if you're wearing this one and you're on max constellation, this will be ideal because you will do lots of healing, so you can be a main healer for your team. So I think that's pretty much it, guys. So again, it depends upon you. So again, for the build, focus on the HP, focus on the energy recharge, and elemental mastery. So thank you guys for watching this video, and if you do like the video, just click the like button, subscribe, the notification bell, and share it with your friends. So happy gaming everyone, and goodbye.